All right, my mic is on. Your mic is on. I'm climbing above the chat over there. Can everyone hear us? Uh, let's see. Oh, everyone's waving. Okay, let's hear a little bit of chat from I guess Steph, Norm, Dragon Lily. Let's just see if the audio is working correctly, and then we'll dive right in. Okay.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hey.
Okay. Is my audio seems fine? Is their audio fine? Because I really just want to get into the show.
Why, hello there, everyone.
All right, we'll play it at ad hoc here. We've got this. Sounds good. Okay, we are doing well. Welcome everyone to the 7th episode of the podcast. It's at that point. I like being at the point where I don't remember where we are on the which episode we're at. I have no idea. Anywho, I maybe turn them up a bit. Okay. So we're at episode 7-ish, and tonight we're gonna talk with these amazing streamers who you should all follow about some things like Pokemon Snap, Mario Parties Online, Super Mario Advance 4 for no particular reason. No, there is one. Anywho, but before we do that, let's get to meet the characters. Let's start off with, I guess, Normcore. Start safe. How you guys doing? Let's get a quick introduction, and we'll go down the line, have people introduce themselves.
Yeah, what's up? This is Normcore Gaming. We are two halves of Normcore Gaming. I am Eddie, and this is my wife, StephBabies. And we're the returning champions of this show because this is our third time. So returning champs, two-time champ, Pocket. I think our belt's in the mail, so I'm waiting for that. I think you maybe got busy, but send that over whenever you can.
I'm working.
No, for real.
I have a job. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just waiting for that belt. We play a lot of video games on our channel. We're playing through all the Kingdom Hearts series right now. We're almost done with Kingdom Hearts, which feels like a long time coming. And Stephanie just started her first playthrough of Final Fantasy VII, so no spoilers, or I will find you, and I will hunt you down if you spoil it for her. Also, I'm not being serious, but I'm kind of being a little serious on that. You want to share what you do?
I avoid spoilers. Send me some spoilers, please.
No spoilers.
I'm Steph. You can find me at StephBabies, where I start a lot of games and finish pretty much none of them. Currently playing through Super Metroid, which I'm actually very close to finishing.
Yeah,
and that's exciting. And I play all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's a good time. Thanks for having us, Pocket.
No, thank you. Oh man. Can't wait to finish Super Metroid before I finish Super Metroid. But before people can react to that, Ingle, would you like to give us a little bit of what you do?
I am a variety streamer of the retro kind. I do like newer games, but I do like to stream a lot of retro games. I'm currently getting into some randomizers doing Metroid and Castlevania 2, which has been a lot of fun. I also stream on Monday nights for the CR Game Room. I do usually a retro stream there on Mondays, but currently I am doing a not safe for work playthrough of Pokemon Fire Red.
The best.
It's his first time playing too, by the way.
Oh yeah, it is my very
great.
first playthrough, and I am the worst Pokemon trainer ever.
Super epic. Legion, would you like to take it away?
Sure. I am LegionKaje. That's how it's pronounced, Cage, not KG or whatever. But I don't. Yeah, KJ. I like Kaje. Yeah. But I don't care however anyone pronounces it. Everyone gets it wrong, so it's all good. I am also a variety streamer of the retro variety, mainly, but I do play new games as well. I kind of let my other friends play the newer games, and I just stick to the retro stuff. I like doing. I recently started in our community. We started some scoreboards, so I started putting up some high scores for things. I've taken Coptimus Crime's Metroid Masterclass. Stop laughing over there, Whitney. I can't help it. I love playing retro stuff. Currently, I'm playing through Vagrant Story on the PlayStation 1.
Ooh. Heck yeah. I mean, I love Metroid, and yet somehow I'm the shame of the family here for not finishing Super Metroid. I'm sure Steph.
I've never done Super Metroid.
I started.
Trust me, it's okay on my pocket. It's okay.
I got lost, and it's funny because it's the way you're supposed to do in the game, but then you're supposed to find your way out, and that part I haven't quite done yet. Dragon Lily, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Would you like to give people a small introduction?
Yes. I actually watch Whitney.
Yes.
And I play. Sorry, I play horror. I am lucky to have found a home with a retro family here that has accepted who I am and what I do. And I love each and every one of them. But I am currently playing Nier actually right now because I do love me some fantasy and I'm trying to bring that into my stream. But I am super excited for The Village, which comes out on Friday. And then Days Gone is coming to the PC here in a couple of weeks, and I will be playing that for everyone as well. And I can't wait.
Awesome. By the way, do you want me to change which rules? Resident Evil?
Whitney rules.
Whitney rules. Yeah. I will change your name. Hear you me. I will change your name to watch Whitney if I thought that was your. I wrote StephBabies with an F. That's how off my game I am tonight. And with knowing that Iznib, please tell us a little bit.
Excellent. I won't rabbit on too much. Well, firstly, thank you for having me back again, Pocket, and having these wonderful people here.
Thank you.
You're an absolute gem of a gentleman.
You're a gem.
These people you have here in oh, I don't know about that. I'm trying. I'm learning from you guys. Hello, everybody. Anybody doesn't know me? My name is Iznib. I am a variety streamer. I'm currently playing through the entirety of the Final Fantasy series. We're on the first disc of Final Fantasy VII at the minute. I am also playing Borderlands with my good friends Casual Mer and StephBabies on Saturdays. Come and hang out with us. We have a good time. I will endeavour to show you a good time if you come and hang out with us. Is it a challenge? I don't know. We shall see. That'll do. There we go.
Beautiful. And just in time for me to change the name to properly watch Whitney. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm really excited. Is that a real accent? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Rabid Fun. I'm
unified. Add English.
I'm really excited. We had a very interesting week of news. I mean, it's funny because there are like a couple things that happened this week, notably Pokemon Snap coming out and the Mario Party Online thing. Have any of you guys gotten a chance? I guess I should lead with Pokemon Snap. Has anyone gotten a chance to play it yet? I think Steph, did you say something? I was like, I think
I said I have played it.
Okay. What are your initial impressions? Like, what are your spoiler-free initial impressions for people? Because this is my first impressions. The box looks pretty nice, but I'm playing it tomorrow. I haven't gotten a chance just yet. What are your thoughts?
Those are some good impressions.
Great
first impression.
They put some time into this.
I hope so.
I think it's fun. So I never played the original Pokemon Snap. And I was adamant. I think I've been on this podcast. I'm on record saying I just don't see the appeal of it. If I didn't play the first one, I'm not going to bother to get it. I just don't see myself spending $60 on it.
Yeah.
And the day it came out, I spent $60 on it. So I've only put about like 3 hours max into it.
Yeah.
I'm having fun with it. The whole time I keep thinking to myself, like, I spent $60 on this.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth $60. I just don't. But that's any Nintendo game right now, right? Like any Pokemon, Mario, it's gonna be 60. It's gonna be 60 for a long time, and we just kind of accept that blindly,
Yeah.
as we talked about before.
Well, but
so
also
I think it's fun. Yeah.
It's
Is it a
It's fine.
remake of the original game? And
No.
how does it differ?
It does say new on it.
Normal?
Right.
So I know it's new. That's the only thing I know.
I didn't play the original. Yeah, it's new.
So it does
What's different?
it does differentiate itself. I have kept myself like really fenced off from a lot of the talk around Pokemon Snap just because I really wanted to go in blind on this one game. But I know, the entirety of the game has to be different. They're using different Pokemon from the later generations.
Right.
I've seen different frames, and though I've seen like Lapras, which you'll remember, and Pikachu's from the first one. They have to be putting a lot more into this game because it's a $60 game. And what I was going to say is the first game I beat last week, 2 weeks ago in a single night, without really trying. So that's the part that I'm curious about. I'm curious about how much replayability this game has, how they're working to let you actually have $60 worth from this game. But
And I will.
yes. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I guess
Go ahead.
Legion.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm sorry if you already mentioned it. Did you play the original on the N64?
Oh yeah, no, I played the original when it came out on the N64. I went to Blockbuster and I got the printouts of you could go to Blockbuster in the States.
I did that.
They had a big kiosk.
They had the big kiosk.
I was so
Put
stoked
your
to
card
do
in.
that.
Oh my! I still have. I don't think I took off the stickers. They're still on the sticker pad.
Nice.
But it was like, yes, I am a
Yeah.
photographer.
If memory serves, there were only like 60 of the Pokemon in the original game for the N64, and
Makes
Steph
sense.
may know because she's played it some, but there's more than 200 now in this one. So there's
Wow.
a ton more. And in the original game, like I remember playing it when it came out back in '96, I think it was '99. I don't know, somewhere around there. That game it itself, actually, you wouldn't think it would, but it had a really good amount of replayability
It did.
because it was all about trying to get that better picture,
Yeah.
get them to do their special thing by like throwing a piece of bait out or turning at the right moment when something happens and they all dash off and you got like an action shot or whatever. Like there's so much stuff that can happen to get those perfect pictures. I without playing the new one, I don't think you're going to have to worry about replayability as long as you enjoy the basis core of what you're doing.
Exactly. And I think
There you
that
go.
based off what I've seen so far, I've seen some things that in my head, I'm like, okay, my completionist self, I can see myself putting a lot of time into it because of those things. But the fact that it's taking picture of Pokemon, like that's not something that typically like I want to put a lot of time into. It's just not, not a lot of action for me. So I could see it going both ways. I'm interested to see as it progresses and everything, like which way it ends up going.
Yeah.
Yeah. The beauty of
how do you get good at this game? Like in regular Pokemon, you can play competitive. You can do all sorts of things to like get really good at the game. But this one, it's like the replayability is there, it seems, but it's how long can it entertain you or make you interested? As parents to a toddler, hey, the toddler gets to play the game at some point too. That's kind of a benefit, but there's other things.
Others like Ingle, Whitney, Iznib, did you play the original at least, or do you have any thoughts?
Did not.
Iznib, we gotta get you to play it. Oh man,
I don't think we should.
Iznib knows what Pokemon is.
it's okay, yeah.
I am what I know about Pokemon is a little bit, but it's a lot less than most of you guys. However, I'm considering playing some Pokemon games on stream at some point.
Okay.
Let's
It's
get this
fun.
guy playing.
It's
Anytime
fun.
soon.
I'm doing
But
my
I am
first
up for it.
playthrough, and I'm really having a good time. At first, I was a little hesitant, but as I'm going through it, and I'm having a lot of fun, having a lot of interaction with chat, playing along with me. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, I say it's worth a play, and it's definitely worth streaming because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, R.I.P. Dan.
I know.
So
We knew that going into it. We knew the guy was going to get his name changed.
oh, is it?
I screwed it up the first time because I forgot my buttons.
Are we talking about a Nuzlocke, or are we talking about Pokemon Snap,
Oh,
the original Pokemon Snap.
Just a name of a popular character.
The name of a
And I screwed up the name
Pokemon
when
he
somebody.
renamed without any warning.
He was supposed to name
No.
it Dank, and he accidentally named it Dan.
And we said when we got to the guy, when we were going to change his nickname, we would
Yeah.
change it to the proper name that chat asked for it to be.
But Dan is
we
so
got there and we
good.
did it.
It's an honest name, Dan.
All right, fine. We'll go back to the guy and we'll go back to Dan. All right.
Thank you. That's all I want in life.
All right. Tomorrow night we will go back to Dan. We will go back to 10 and we will rename him Dan.
So this is very interesting to me that you
I love
guys
you guys.
haven't
You deserve it.
much love. It's very interesting to me that you like kind of just picked up Pokemon. Like, what is your thoughts of, and because you're entering it at I guess kind of late in the game, maybe one would say.
Oh, yeah. I'm very late into the game. I mean, I played it once before. I used to own a Game Boy Pocket, and I had, I think, Pokemon Yellow, and I was playing at work because I used to run a really just boring machine. So I thought it would be fun to kind of play at work. But I was like, oh, this is going to be simple. It'll be fine. And it got to the point where I'm like, I am totally lost, and I don't know what the heck's going on. So after that, I just kind of I just stopped playing because it got difficult. I had no idea where I was going. So I was just like, eh. But I've got a channel redemption where people can request to have me play a game. And it was really meant for arcade games, but it's just kind of encompassed every game. So for one of somebody had changed into channel points and be like, play a Pokemon game. I'm like, okay, I've never played a Pokemon game. It's like, I have these. Which one do you want me to play? Like, this one. All right, let's go.
All right, bring it on.
We're playing Pokemon.
Bring it on. What about you, Whitney? What has your experience with Pokemon been?
Oh man. I've actually never played a Pokemon game in my life.
We need to fix that
So-
too.
Not even Pokemon Go or
my brother. No, well, okay. I did play a little bit of Pokemon Go for like a day. But no, my brother was the Pokemon player, so I would sit and watch him. But my knowledge is definitely not what everyone else's
For
is. I
sure.
was watching a trailer on Snap today. I mean, Go, whatever, Snap. Yes.
they're very similar
and,
at this
just
point.
so I could just so I could because I don't play a lot of Nintendo games either.
Oh yeah.
But I wanted to see what it was about. I know, and it's super pretty. Like just from a
Yeah.
backseat perspective, it looks gorgeous. And I mean, I would actually be interested in just seeing what it was like and picking it up for a second. So
Yeah, and
from a non-Pokemon person, I might actually enjoy the game.
Yeah.
which is very interesting. Yeah, and that was the thing about the original was that it kind of had this whimsy where it felt like a world where you'd I guess take a picture or throw an apple or something, and the environment would interact with what you did. And so, I mean, even replaying it like 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh my god, I threw an apple, and now the thing's walking, and it just like something bit something else, and now it evolved. It's anywho, definitely worth a try at some point. Were you ever
I guess
annoyed?
If you were into photography and stuff, that you would really enjoy the game. So even if it were just that aspect of it, I mean, the art part of it and just being able to take great shots of your favorite Pokemon, I think is totally worth it.
Yeah, and now I'm playing Bioshock.
Absolutely. I wanted
yeah.
to be a.
Legion.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Pocket.
No, go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
I say no. Doom is exactly right on that. I actually, for the longest time in my life, wanted to be a photographer, and then I realized I'm not good at it. So, yeah, Pokemon Snap definitely helped that when I was younger. So,
Yeah, it does make you feel like you're a good photographer. Though Pokemon Snap, the only thing it wants you to do is center a Pokemon. That's how you get like the 1,000 points. Of course, there's the trick shots and doubles and everything. But the main thing it wants you to do is center the thing in the frame. But I was saying that I was just playing Bioshock, which has been my obsession this week, and my friend picked up Pokemon Snap, one of my mods, which is the one that I'm borrowing the game from, and they're playing Pokemon Snap, and I'm playing Bioshock, and apparently there's a photography mechanic in Bioshock. So I'm like, look, I'm playing I'm playing Pokemon Snap as well. Look at me go. Anyway,
Same thing.
same thing.
Thing.
Totally the same thing.
Same thing. It's just darker Pokemon Snap. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's a low light photography. It's the expert mode.
Instead of Pokemon, you get little girls. that
Yeah.
are like demented.
But, yeah.
Thank you for
What's
clarifying
that
the demented
slice over
part.
there? I don't have that one yet.
Little Sister and Big Daddy, like those are such kind names.
Those are Pokemon.
Those are Pokemon. I mean, it's basically a cloister. Anywho,
Well, how many Pokemon are there now? Are they up to like 1,000 different Pokemon?
it's like 790
Not yet.
something.
Pretty
Getting
close,
close.
though.
900,
Yeah.
yeah, something.
And don't they have like ridiculous ones that are like garbage cans and?
Oh
Hey,
yes.
you don't talk
Letters
trash about
and
Trubbish. Trubbish is
I
great.
don't know what
There's a
I'm talking
trash
No.
can Pokemon. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's literally a bag of
It's a bag of
trash.
trash.
It's a bag
Okay,
of trash called Trubbish.
That's my
There's
new
a
favorite
keys,
Pokemon.
like car keys. There's a car keys Pokemon where it's like a ring of keys.
I would lose that one.
898 total Pokemon currently.
Yes, I just
Wow.
googled it as well. 898. I guess for the people who do know Pokemon, what is the most ridiculous one? I know you just said Trubbish, but so one of the gimmicks they
I
say,
think
yeah.
Rotom
Well, Rotom,
Frost. It's a refrigerator.
but Rotom actually serves
It's
a
a
purpose.
refrigerator. It's a legit refrigerator.
But that's what Rotom
Or the
Rotom
washing
is.
machine. No, the washing machine is worse. There's one that's a washing machine.
Well, yeah, but
They have
they
included everything but the kitchen sink.
well, Rotom would be the kitchen sink too. It's literally a Pokemon that is your electronics around. So I can understand that, but yes, I guess I don't know. To me, I always like I couldn't take Buizel. It's like you took the word buoy and the word weasel, and it's
a water
weasel.
dog. It's a cute water dog.
It's a weasel with a buoy stuck around its neck.
It's like a sea otter. It's cute.
It's super cute.
A freaking washing machine.
Yeah, and so this is our.
Oh, I can do my
biggest
laundry
fight.
with this Pokemon.
You know what? This
He's
yes,
got a purpose. Keep my drinks cold.
both of them could do your laundry, by the way. How about Legion?
Yeah, I don't need that.
What?
What's your favorite Pokemon? Or sorry, least favorite. Oh God,
Oh, my favorite.
least favorite, and
Least
Steph too.
favorite?
I think.
Okay. Least favorite Pokemon. Honestly, I already said it. Trubbish. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
They got a little wacky in like generations 4 through 6, I think. And I mean, you literally took a bag of trash and made it a Pokemon. Really? Come on. What, Norm? What?
I just want to say, so I think it's a lazy take to say generations 4 and 5 are uninspired because generation 1 had eggs be a Pokemon, like
Yes.
literally eggs were a Pokemon, and a bird with a leak, like a stick of.
It's a leak.
Leak?
Yeah, it's a leak.
Far-fetched.
Yeah.
Like,
I love Farfetch'd.
So like that's more
I love
inspired.
Farfetch'd.
That's more
Cha-ding.
inspired than a garbage bag or like a Voltorb, which is a
Cha-ding, yeah.
ball.
Okay,
there's not-
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's literally a bag of trubbish, or a bag of trash.
Rubbish.
and coughing is a gas ball.
Yeah.
There's
Well-
just to say, like, I don't think it's fair to single out Generation 4 without calling Generation 1 out.
Well,
No,
I'm-
and,
What you're
and
telling
that's perfectly fine because think about it. Ekans is a snake Pokemon. Ekans is literally snake backwards.
No, but
Arbok, its
Yes.
evolution,
But
is
s-
literally Cobra backwards.
but Seal is Seal.
There's other, yeah. Like,
Seal is
Seal is a
Seal.
seal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're uninspired. I'm just saying that, like, it's hard to hold a candle against Gen 1 for that kind of thing because it was the first generation. They had no idea if this
Yeah.
was going to take off or not. I would think you would just be more creative as time went on.
If you're the
and
largest
not
franchise in history, and you have all of the money.
yeah, exactly.
Though I do apologize,
That's all.
Eddie, for attacking your claim. I'm just like, yeah, if they called Farfetch'd Leak Bird, then I would understand and have the same grudge against it as Buizel.
Right.
It's just it's like you like where does it come from? Anywho, alas,
Right. Right. It's Pokemon.
it's
What can you do?
Pokemon. It's Pokemon. So, I want to move over to, I guess, I was going to see if there's something in the news that Whitney knows about because you don't play all the Nintendo games that we do. So what style games are you playing right now?
I play literally all things horror. Anything you can think of, that's what I do. I've kind of run out of things, so I started going to find like deep diving indie games that no one's heard of that may or may not be
Ooh.
good.
I've
that last like 5 to 10 minutes sometimes, but
She also plays a lot of fantasy games, such as like Final Fantasy, and she already said Nier Automata. She just doesn't always play them on stream, even though people want to see it.
This is true, Whitney. We do love your horror games, but you should play whatever you are going to enjoy the most.
Exactly.
We want to see you play whatever you want to play.
and then play the
I'm
horror
playing
games.
Nier right now, so.
So I've actually, Whitney, I've been doing that too. On Thursdays, I've been doing something called like Demolition, where I play demos from the Switch eShop, and I've had 2 developers from those games on the stream talking about their games. That's the best part about these indie games. If you forget one that's like really small,
Yeah, that's amazing.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was Adventures of Chris. I reached out to the guy. I played it. It was cute. And then I reached out to the guy, and he came in. And I played like half the game with him on the phone on Thursday, and it was, oh my god. So
cool.
That's cool.
That's
really
really cool.
neat.
so totally reach out to these indie games that you're playing with, because you can get director's commentary while you play. Anywho, what is
Director's commentary for Monster Chef or
Mother
Who's that
Chef.
one? Mother Chef.
Mother Chef?
There you go. That'd be great.
Yeah, it is
do
a
that, Whitney.
She has a superpower of being a mother and a
fun
chef.
One.
Yeah, what is the most interesting
my
one you've
God.
gotten to recently? Is it Mother Chef?
Yeah, it's Mother Chef.
It's
The
Mother-
musical.
Make a note of that pocket
Mother
and
Chef
look
the
it up.
musical.
It's insane,
It's
to
insane.
say the least.
Oh man. You want to give us a small taste of what it's like, or is there no describing?
I mean,
You said it's a musical called
how
Mother
choosy
Chef.
and-
What?
It is. So I mean, not long story short, short story short. You are asked to go pick out groceries and then give the groceries to someone, and then they eat them, and then there's music involved. And the music and the lyrics are interesting. I don't know.
No,
You
that's
just have to check it out.
that's already plenty for me.
Like, I
That's-
can't stop singing the music in my head still to this day, and I played it like what, a month ago.
Oh man. I definitely gotta take a look at this.
So yeah.
Sticks with you.
So there has been other news this week. We've had stuff like the Ratchet and Clank, 16 minutes of footage, which I don't know if any of you guys want to talk about that. But the thing that caught, I think, a lot of us off guard, a lot of the people who play some Mario Party, is that Mario Party's online features were enabled 2 years after they were added.
For 2
It's-
years.
2 years,
What?
yeah.
Out of nowhere.
So they announced Mario Party. They put it out. Everyone loved it. They're like, wait, online over 2 years later. Like what?
Yeah.
What is going on there? This is gonna give some false hope to some
bizarre.
poor gamers who want like DLC to Mario Maker 2 or something. You know.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I would say about that. So, okay, let me clarify first by saying that why wasn't it a feature when it launched?
Yes.
So I'm in the same boat with everyone that it should have been a feature at launch.
Right.
But I will say that it is maybe a testament to the fact that Nintendo will continue supporting their games this long after launch and continuing to try to improve them and give people something better. Because let's be honest, the Mario parties after Mario Party 6 were kind of Super Mario Party is actually pretty decent. And now that you can play online with friends, and it may have come as a necessity almost at this point because of COVID. Mario Party's always been a couch co-op game,
Right.
but now if I wanted to, I could play with Steph and Eddie and Whitney, all from our individual homes, and we could enjoy Mario Party, where we couldn't actually go sit with each other because we're supposed to be social distancing. and we don't want to get sick.
My only thing
So
with that, and I agree, but my only thing with that is we're well over a year into pandemic now.
Would've been great last
What
year.
if the fans
Yeah.
at any point last year? I mean, yeah, we don't have Mario, like Super Mario Party, and begrudgingly, like I will
Yeah.
probably go buy it now. But the
I
whole time
know.
I'm mad at them, and I'm like, why did you do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
For
man.
streamers, it makes a lot of sense too. Like, it's
Yeah.
a win for streamers because now we can
Right.
play together and like
Yeah.
collab and do stuff. Like, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But like Kate said, why did this take so long to come out, Nintendo? What's the
Yeah.
deal? Like, it's not. It couldn't have been that big of a deal to have this.
Yeah.
well, Nintendo's online infrastructure isn't that great anyways. I mean, they've been trying to work with Microsoft to make it better for the past like year and a half or so.
They suck at some online things, and it's been very interesting because they also did this with Mario Maker, right? It was just like Mario Maker. It came out. There's no online. They might have even said there was going to be online. It was very weird when it was coming out, and then they just, I guess it was how long after it came out. I don't want to say something like I'm gonna say something like a half a year. And they added online
The first one?
functionality. No, Mario Maker 2.
On the Wii U.
Mario Maker 2.
I thought that was right at March.
Was that
Oh.
quickly? Huh. Okay.
I thought so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but
On that.
they still it's very interesting because it's Nintendo, so they'd rather push off a game, and yet they're doing this example of not pushing something off, putting it out, and then fixing it afterwards. I guess if it's only online, they're okay with that. I don't know anything. But now
What can
I'm
you do?
like, yeah, what can you do? Now I'm like, oh god, I've got to get Mario Party and do Mario Party night. It sounds amazing.
It'll be a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
it's gonna be fun.
So how?
Either that will be very jelly.
Oh no, yeah, we'll get you in on it. Dude,
Switch is considered essential stream equipment. I'm just saying.
It's true.
Iz doesn't have a
Real.
Switch.
Don't shame me, Cage.
Iz doesn't have
I
a
do
Switch.
not own the Switch.
No.
Yeah, dude. Is
Maybe
it?
one day? We'll see.
Yeah. I guess you just never need to play any of those games. You've got, first of all, with like a couple of the games that you play, it's gonna take you forever to get through those games, let alone if there's Switch games to play.
Exactly, Pocket.
Yeah.
So many games, so little
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's the struggle, man.
The struggle is real. The struggle is real. So we've got a couple more news stories. Let's see. I'm like looking at here. Legion, you were considering talking about the new games, the new PlayStation Plus games for May. Did you already take a look at those?
I saw that they were announced, and I'll be honest, they're escaping me right
yeah,
now.
yeah. That's fine. We can also pull it off. We can talk about the better news story. The most important news story of the week is that the Josh fight in Nebraska, where hundreds of Joshes came in to have the true title of Josh. Okay.
Did it happen?
No, it actually
it
yeah,
happened.
it
It really
happened.
happened?
Yeah, it actually happened. It was like a noodle
I
fight.
didn't
It
listen
was.
to this.
It's not a game. It's you die in the game, you die for real.
It was supposed to be originally just people with the name Josh Swain. The
Oh,
guy
really?
who organized it found like 30 of them on Facebook and messaged them all, and then it just became a big Josh thing. But there were two Josh Swains that actually did show up, and they did face off against each other in a rock paper scissors match. So
That's
there was
fun.
a true Josh
awesome.
battle.
Sorry, coughing. Not the
Good for
Pokemon.
them.
Yeah. There was I think there was a little kid who ended up winning, and
Yeah.
So he's the one true Josh.
Yeah, that's
Until next year, where he needs to fight to the
True
the
death.
true Josh.
The one true Josh.
Defend his title.
It's too bad we don't have a Josh represented. Then they could share what it's
Yes.
like to be like a Josh during this time.
Josh
My
is in the
boyfriend's
chat.
name is Josh.
Ooh.
Really?
Oh, really? Did he,
Oh
did, he
my
get,
God.
did he get messaged?
He did not, no, but I'll be making sure he is a part of it next year.
The Josh gangs.
How do you fancy his chances, Whitney?
Yeah, I mean, I have all the faith in him, so.
That's what it takes.
So I pulled up the PlayStation Plus games for May. It's Battlefield 5, Stranded Deep, Wreckfest. It sounds like breakfast. Wreckfest. Drive Hard, Die Last. I assume that's a destruction derby. Do you know any of these games? I guess Battlefield's not my cup of tea, but I think my roommate was playing it for a while. He likes the shooty games. It's not quite my cup of tea. Did you guys play any of that?
Wreckfest is actually really fun.
Oh yeah?
I've only played it once, but it was really fun.
Just the image of Stranded Deep looks amazing.
Stranded Deep look kind of cool.
Stranded
Deep looks kind of neat.
Yeah, it's an image of someone on a buoy with like a pole trying to attack a sea monster that's sucking him in. So I'm very excited.
Buoys today. We got Buoyzel.
Yeah.
Buoyzel. We got more buoys. Pocket. Like like a buoy themed podcast.
It's a buoy themed. Throw out all your buoys in the comments below. Oh my god.
I would have came prepared.
Next podcast, just like
Wave Race 64, baby.
Wave Race 64. Yes. Does it hold up? I don't even know.
No,
probably
it doesn't.
not.
Nothing from the N64 generation really holds up, in my opinion.
Only thing I would say, that's a personal preference on me, and that's Killer Instinct Gold.
Hey.
So that could be a fun question for going around the table. What game doesn't hold up that people think does?
Oh, I already got an answer.
Okay.
64, just in general.
No, just general. Legion, you said you had an answer. Unless someone is using, unless someone's throwing their voice.
Has anyone tried to play GoldenEye lately on 64? Because it's terrible.
GoldenEye was going to be my answer.
Pretty recently.
Like, I remember playing GoldenEye so much as a kid, and it's just absolutely freaking awful.
It is literally unplayable now. Like, if you try to pick it up now and play it, like there's no. I'm done after like 30 seconds. It's terrible now. I'm sorry. I appreciate everything it did for the genre. It was a
for
trailblazer,
sure,
exactly
amazing, and the perfect sleepover game as a kid. But now, like with a split screen, but now, just not worth touching. I'm sorry. That's it.
No,
throwing hands.
Apologize on that. It was great at the time, but yeah,
it was the golden standard. I mean, no pun, but like it really was the golden standard, and everything came from it. And the multiplayer mode was made in the last like 2 weeks of the game, which baffles my mind. Yeah, I know a little bit of random trivia about GoldenEye, but yeah, doesn't it have like the reverse controls as well? The inverted controls. It definitely has inverted controls. The only way to play. Oh man, Pokemon Snap has that too. It just drives me nuts. Does anyone? Yeah, and that makes sense. Even though it does have a ton of maps, and they remade it like 2 other times. They did Rogue Agent, and they did a Wii remake of the original 007 GoldenEye. But I don't know how that one really did. All I know is I won a T-shirt at Comic-Con from winning a round of that at Comic-Con. But
nice.
Does anyone else humble brag? I gave it to my brother. It was like a triple extra large. Thank you, Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Always.
At least they gave
always.
a big
Shirt.
Every time I won a free shirt from a con, it's been like, here's a medium. Like, do I look like a medium person?
It was a triple extra large or something Odd Job T-shirt, so just had like the hat from Odd Job. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was totally ridiculous. So, does anyone else here have a game that's overrated at this point? I mean, I'll throw a controversial one out. I don't think it's overrated, but I don't know what else to say about this. I'm going to get slammed in the comments. I don't think it's overrated. I can appreciate it for what it is. I have to say this all before I get hated on. But I've fallen asleep in Chrono Trigger like 7 times, and that just might be because I have no patience for RPGs. I'm
Pocket.
what? I have to make the podcast interesting.
I'm just gonna.
Just like click.
Live, my God.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm about to watch Norm's head explode.
It's not. I need to. Norm, I gotta get.
No.
I'll have to get you. I need. Okay. No. But see. No. Look at him go. Look at him go.
He's still just. He's holding it in.
I've fallen asleep in it. No.
Okay.
No.
Now,
Oh, here we go.
here's the thing. I was
Oh,
gonna
man,
say a
your old mod just
controversial
turned against you.
RPG. I was going to say a controversial RPG on the Super Nintendo, and it sure as heck wasn't gonna be Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
But that's a hot take, sir.
That's
because
super hot.
that game is a masterpiece.
I'm totally
It
well
is.
aware. I think it could be something very much. I'm straight up canceled. It could be something that's like, oh, he's turned his hair out. Get the emotes. See, now I'm nervous to say anything else on
Sir,
camera.
please.
I know. I haven't gotten a chance
Eddie,
to
you're gonna look like
appreciate
me
it.
by the time we're done with this.
Honestly, with me, it's probably any RPG. It's hard for me to get into. The only
me ask
way.
you this.
Yes. What?
Let me ask you this. Would you rather play Chrono Trigger or Earthbound?
I've played bits of both, and and I was able to get into Earthbound marginally more, but it has like weird.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Someday I will go back to it. It's not like I have it. It was a nice platform while you had it. My mod says. Yes, the controversial statements as they go. No, Norm.
Yes, thank you, Sween.
Like when I play games, sometimes I need to have a better appreciation for it. So I'll like invite people onto, like my roommate when I invite him on for Last of Us. But then Last of Us, I also got a bit bored of. So there you go. Everyone in the comments, your hate goes in there right there. I want to get back to it. Yes, it's Guac in all caps. You got bored. Yes, Norm.
Do you remember when we were talking about Pokemon Snap today? We talked about replayability.
Yeah,
There's at least RPGs with immense replayability.
It's got tons of endings.
Because
I know this.
You can change your party up so often and do all these different combinations. You can play through it a million times. The story's really great. I brought up Earthbound for a reason.
Yeah.
It does not hold up as well, in my opinion, now. It's still a great game, and it's unique and charming in its own way.
Yeah.
But replayability value, I played through Earthbound once, and I've never felt the desire to play it again. I just never have. Now, Chrono Trigger, I play probably every 3 years, just because I like to revisit that story and play with different characters. I think that's the mark of this game. It's beautiful in that way. Whereas, like, another RPG from that same era that's similarly applauded as in Earthbound, I don't think holds up as well. So I was gonna say that as my controversial take.
Okay, yeah.
But
I just
saying Chrono Trigger, that's next level.
No, it's because I mean, honestly, a lot of it does come down to me just not being able to get into RPGs typically because of how ADHD I am. So, for instance, I mean, I only finished Ocarina of Time, like, what was it, like 10 years ago? But I only finished Zelda. Sorry, not Zelda. I only finished Final Fantasy VII last year, and I was like, I have to get through this. This is like if you were to play one RPG. I assume for historical reasons you'd have to play Pokemon, but aside from that, you'd have to play Final Fantasy VII. If you were to play one JRPG, what would it be? Right? Isn't the quintessential JRPG Final Fantasy VII? Or am I wrong here?
I think many would say it is.
Unless you're in Japan, then
I'm
they'd
curious
say.
on Cage's thoughts on that.
The quintessential JRPG, honestly, I would probably say I think everyone needs to play Chrono Trigger. If you are gonna play the RPG of all RPGs, I think it has to be Chrono Trigger. That's not even my favorite RPG. I would agree maybe Final Fantasy VII could be in that category too, even though it's not my favorite Final Fantasy even. But I feel like for everything that a JRPG kind of like stood for. And I mean, Chrono Trigger is. I'm sorry, Pocket. Chrono Trigger is a perfect game. I mean, the composition, the artwork. Akira Toriyama from Dragon Ball did all the artwork for the game.
I had
Come on.
fantastic
Like-
sleep during my playthroughs. I'm going to okay. So maybe I will replay it, right? I got the best. We have it on the original disc for PlayStation. I have the technical best version on DS. Let's not act like I didn't try on this. I did my research on this. I know it's great. But there is something wrong with RPGs for some gamers. It's just a hard genre to get into. And a lot of them blend into each other.
That's fair.
I didn't play
It's
my first RPG until I was like in my 20s, so it wasn't my thing, and now I do have a love for them, but it's not. I personally at this point can't go back and play Chrono Trigger or anything like that. That's why I have you guys to watch, but I do get it's deep, it's in depth, there's a lot to it, and it took me a minute to find that I did have a love for them. So
Yeah.
Well, I would say like, okay, so Casual Mur brought it up in the chat, like he's just not a fan of the entire genre. I mean, Pocket, would you consider yourself a fan of the genre overall? I mean, you mentioned not
No,
being able to get into it.
I'm like,
a little bit.
It's not that I'm not
there, but
it's not that I'm not a fan of the genre. It is hard for me to be gripped by a game in the genre, if that makes sense. I appreciate the genre. I appreciate Chrono Trigger for what it is. I appreciate how people are like, there's nothing like the opening scenes in Chrono Trigger where your choices do matter and you actually get called out for things. Like, I can appreciate all these different things. I played, I've said, one of my favorite games growing up was Golden Sun. So I've played JRPGs, but I've played few of them. And a lot of that's because a lot of them have a grindy mechanic. And there's like an hour-long Scott the Woz episode about this exact thing that me and him are kind of on the same wavelength about, where it's just hard for us to get into RPGs, I guess.
okay,
And
that's completely fair. Not everyone will get into them. Like Casual Mur was bringing it up. Whitney said that she didn't get into them until she was later in her years. So.
Not your cup
Sorry, that made you
of
sound
tea either. It's not Steph's cup of tea.
Yeah.
But like Pocket, you grew up with Golden Sun.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you if you grew up with those games growing up. Like I grew up as like a 3-year-old. I was watching my brothers play Final Fantasy 2 on Super Nintendo
Right.
4,
so
and just being fascinated by that. I thought that game was like so amazing. I
Best
loved
one.
the characters. Final Fantasy 7 came out, and I was like, I don't know anything that's going on in this game, but I love these characters so much that I'm gonna make my own stories based off these guys.
yeah.
And so being at a young, impressionable age, I'm just like I'm like being creative with all this stuff, and therefore I love these games. I grew up with them, and I think that has a big part to do with it as well. Like you
Yeah.
didn't grow up with the JRPGs,
I did not.
and so it has a less of an impact for you than it does for me. And I think that has a huge part of it.
I mean,
too.
the
And
games-
Golden Sun came out
yeah.
when we were like 11, Pocket. So
Yeah.
we were a little bit older than like me being a little kid.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I mean, the stuff I had was more action platformers. Maybe that's where I get my love for action platformers. I had my Mega Man. Well, we rented Mega Man, but we had, of all games, I've mentioned this a couple times, we had Last Action Hero, Lawnmower Man. Why we had all these movie-based games, I have no idea. Yeah. We had Super Star Wars, which was a great game, but was painful. Like, I remember having...
So hard.
Yeah.
Punished.
Yeah,
It's
all these games were,
punishing.
like, punishing platformers. So I got a love for platformers and, like, beating the almost first level of a game. Yeah, that's really where my roots were. And then Donkey Kong Country. And from there... and Super Mario World, of course. And so Super Mario World at the time was like my favorite game ever. So that's really where I kind of and that's I guess where I stem from. And when Final Fantasy 7 came out, I was like, oh, it's on the evil console. It's on a PlayStation. I didn't even know that Final Fantasy was on. Well, actually, I did. I actually did have my brother had the Final Fantasy games for the Game Boy, which are actually Secret of Mana games, which is another game I
Right.
fell asleep in. but that's for another time. I'm like action adventure, and then I tried Kingdom Hearts and I got a migraine, so I'm really trying here. But I will end up playing Chrono Trigger. So, Your Honor, that's what happened.
Maybe that's the game we play together, Pocket.
Hey, I'm down. See the
Maybe that's the one.
Maybe that's the one. I would
That'd be the epitome of someone like forcing someone else to sit down to watch your favorite TV show and being like, "You're gonna watch my TV show. You're gonna watch my TV show."
I know it's like him making someone play Final Fantasy or something.
Hey.
You're gonna play it and you're
Wait,
gonna like
hold on a minute.
See this part? It's genius. Love it.
and
It ties you to the chair. It gets better in an hour.
But it takes something like that sometimes to appreciate the game, because that's actually one of the things I started doing when I was streaming, where it's like I have these games that people are saying are the best of all time. I can't appreciate them, but the people who do appreciate them, like they have reasons they appreciate them, and by seeing why they appreciate them, I can understand it more. I tried it with
Appreciate them.
what? I tried it with Last of Us and it didn't work, but I've high hopes if we do Chrono Trigger. Anywho,
Well, that's what I like about. I mean, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, please.
There, but that's the great thing about Twitch streaming, isn't it? It's about sharing our experiences with some of our favorite games.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably some of the first games we start jumping on when we decide we want to start streaming games, and that's what makes it exciting, you know. And I think that's what lures people into liking, whatever streamer, whatever game that they're getting into. It's like, wow, they're really passionate about this game, and it's really exciting that they're sharing their experiences with it. I love that part of it.
Same
Also,
here.
I'm pretty sure Whitney's about to fight you over Last of Us.
Trying not to.
Do it.
Trying real hard.
Do it. I'm so close. I told my roommate, because I've been playing with my roommate, and we've done like 2-3 nights of it, and I've enjoyed hanging out, but I haven't exactly enjoyed the game, and I haven't been paying attention so much to the game, also because I haven't been enjoying it so much. And I'm like, no, we have to. We're so close to the end. We have like another playthrough, like another 6 or 7 hours left of the game. And he's like, don't do it. I'm like, why? He's like, you're not enjoying it. Why would you play this game if you're not enjoying it? I'm like, people say it's the game I have to play. The people have spoken. What do I do? Anywho, Whitney's okay. So now, Whitney, you can slap me across the through the screen.
You get one more chance. That's okay.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Not on her list yet, Pocket.
A lot
So-
of strikes, Pocket. A lot of
Yeah,
strikes.
Pocket's
No.
taking some
right.
L's this podcast.
Yeah. Did he invite us all on here just to insult our favorite games?
Yes. Okay. Let's go around and insult your favorite games. Ingle, what's your favorite game? Oh my god.
Oh, no, I'm not telling you.
No, I'm not telling you. Yeah, I actually already know your favorite game, and I have nothing bad to say about it. I like you, and I made an ally. Okay, one ally. It's gonna go far.
There you go.
There you go.
I got
Whew, whew. There will be more controversial statements. Stick around. There was. Oh my god. So, Fall Guys was delayed for the Switch and Xbox. Do any of you guys play Fall Guys?
It's been
Cool.
a minute,
Yeah,
but
I
have.
do not, but it looks very fun.
it's pretty fun.
It's addicting.
It's addicting? Is that what you said?
Addicting, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I played it maybe 2 days, and that's all I did for 2 days, and I stopped. So
Oh,
I guess
man.
it's not that addicting, but for 2 days it was fun.
You're there for a couple days.
Yeah, I mean, I played a bit. I got into it for what it was, but my roommate owns the PlayStation, so I haven't played it, and unless I hack a PlayStation, I have my grudges with Sony and the fact that they will brick your PlayStation at some point. So I guess I'm not gonna. I'll have to wait for it to come out to the Switch. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna come out sometime. But it was delayed, and crossplay is coming. Delayed until the foreseeable future. So how about Five Nights at Freddy's? As this is the demographic that plays Five Nights at Freddy's, what are your thoughts on the delays of the new Five Nights at Freddy's game? Do any of you guys know, or have any of you guys played? Whitney's probably played a Freddy's game. You've played a Freddy's game.
I have actually never played a Five Nights at Freddy's game, believe it or
And you're
not.
playing indies and horror games, and you haven't come across it?
No, I mean, I know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no desire to play FNAF, honestly. I've been told multiple times that I have to do it, but I just haven't yet.
Anyone else here have?
I know.
You play well loved.
We did.
Hmm?
What?
The Five Nights at Freddy's seems to be very well loved.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never played them. I've only seen slight of gameplay a little bit, and I did not see the appeal at all. It seemed like an annoying game to play.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Unless you're drunk on stream, right, Mr. Wrong?
We played the first one
Yeah.
for a 10-hour stream way back when, and yeah, I don't have a desire to play it. Like, here's the thing though, is I've known all the lore, and I really like watching people like make videos on the lore and talk about it, but the game itself, like, I'd rather just read the book. I don't really care to play the game.
That's kind of the problem. And like when you do play it and you beat it, it's like there's no replayability. We talked about that earlier. You beat it, and then it's like, okay, now what? You play the next game, but to ever revisit it, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of replay value there just built into the game. I mean, they're indie games and they're short, so they're kind of designed to be that way, but they're all telling a bigger story. So
yeah, and the first one's made by one person, so it's it's intentionally short.
Right.
And it's it's an interesting tangent. I'll give them credit where credit's due. It's an interesting tangent on something like Night Trap, which if you played it today, you probably wouldn't get through the intro. I don't know if anyone actually did get through the intro. Huh?
I
Sega CD, baby.
played the crap out of that when it came out back in the day.
Did you ever beat it?
Yeah, I love Night Trap.
Oh yeah,
it's so bad it's good.
Times.
Yeah. Oh no, man, it was so bad it was great.
You had time to like balance your checkbook as the game was loading on that Sega CD.
I was in high school. I had time for homework and everything else. Your homework done? Yeah, playing video games.
Yeah. So I can appreciate that they took a tangent on Night Trap and made it like I played a little bit of it. It was fun, but I don't understand horror games. Maybe that's just me. Whitney probably understands them more than me. I don't understand just games specifically games like that where it is jump scare at any point for no reason. I feel like Five Nights at Freddy's is a game that's basically built to watch other people play. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
So,
Oh. I would agree with you. I think that's more fun to watch people play it than to actually play it.
For sure. So, just about every week, I like to go down the list of Metacritic's top games of all time and see what the next game on the list is. And sometimes it changes because Metacritic scores change. So they have the top 100 games of all time, and number 95 currently is Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario 3, which is a long title. It's Super Mario 3 for the Game Boy Advance. People here who have played it, what was your story behind that? Normcore, I know you got it probably the time I got it. I went nuts when that came out.
When the Game Boy Advance in general came out, it was mind-blowing because you had Super Nintendo graphics on a handheld system, and then growing up with the Game Boy Color and jumping to that, it was like a huge jump. You talked about Golden Sun.
Yeah.
I remember Golden Sun's graphics blowing me away as a kid.
They're animated.
To take Mario 3 and have it be portable, what's that?
They're animated. They're real. They're like 3D.
I know, it was crazy, and but the portability, like now we have a Switch, we can play so many games on the Switch now. It's no big deal. But in 2001, 2002, whenever this game came out, it was like, dude, I could take this while my brother's finishing up baseball practice and play in the car. Like that was so cool. So I remember the portability more than anything. I mean, I grew up with the game. I love the game. So
yeah,
the fact that I had it on the go was really cool.
Same here. And I think this is the one that anyone can correct me in the comments if they want. The Wii U console version of this game has a bunch of levels that were added in from e-reader. So it is a game that the best place to play it is on the Wii U. Very random thoughts. Anywho, anyone else here with Super Mario Brothers 3 memories?
I didn't seem to play it as much as I did, say, like Super Mario World.
Yeah.
I think I had Mario World and All Stars at the same time, and I always felt like Mario World was the superior Mario. So anytime I fancied a Mario fix, that's the one I'd gravitate towards. So I did have, my fair share of playing Mario 3, but it's not one I really think of fondly.
Yeah, and Mario 3 came out after Mario Advance, the Mario Advance game that had Super Mario World on it. So you went from like you were talking about, oh yeah, this is the first time we were able to play it like on the go, and then it's funny because it came out after the Super Nintendo game was ported, and yeah, I mean obviously I went nuts when this came out, played a whole ton of it, and when I went back home, now it's been a while since I've been in Los Angeles. I went over to my room and I went through some stuff and I found my dad had bought Super Mario Brothers 2. Super Mario Advance whatever. And we still have the sealed copy of Super Mario Advance Super Mario Brothers 2. It's just there. He must have forgotten to give it to one of us. And it's just, I don't know what that goes for on eBay, but it's like they're in the packaging. This is
nice.
This is stuff that's happened. I remember like 2 years ago we were at a conference and my dad came over to visit and he picked out, he's like, here, I bought these and I forgot to give them to you. They're Tamagotchis, but like the original Tamagotchis in the box. This is my forgetful family. It was ridiculous.
Pocket, did you say Super Mario Advance 2?
That would be Super Mario Advance 1, I think. Super Mario Bros. 2. Which one is... This is
Advance
getting into...
1, Mario 2.
Yeah.
Super Mario Advance, I was just curious. Like,
How much the sealed
brand
copy?
new?
Yeah, brand new.
In plastic.
Probably like 200 or something.
According to price charting website, it's about $130.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is pretty darn good. That's
yeah.
quadruple its original value. So for about $40.
It's not bad. Forgetfulness has its perks. Let me tell you. Yeah. So I was like, we went around the table asking people for something. I forget what it was. I don't know if we got everyone, but what is your most fond Mario memory? Is a question I'd ask around the table. I guess for me it would probably be the first time playing Mario 64. Like being able to move around in 3D space was like nothing else. Even though apparently, Bubsy 3D I think came out before Mario 64. I mean, obviously.
I mean, does anybody care about Bubsy?
Right.
Yeah. It's the
waiting
pinnacle.
for that remake to come out, the HD remake of Bubsy.
Pocket, you're absolutely right. I didn't get an N64 when it came out. I had to wait a year or two, but I did eventually get one for Christmas, and I got GoldenEye and Mario 64.
Don't play GoldenEye. It's not great.
I've ever been.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from there.
Yeah. No, Cage. It's apart from now streaming. No, I mean as a child, it was my tiny little mind was blown playing Mario 64 for the first time. It was it was. I think it definitely left a mark on me.
Yeah, it's like it's like, oh, you can actually move around in a world. What about you, Ingle?
That would be conquering Super Mario Brothers 2.
Ooh.
When I was a kid, I got really sick, and I just spent a lot of time just playing Super Mario Brothers 2. And when I finally beat that game, it was just like I didn't know anybody who had ever conquered Super Mario Brothers 2. I mean, at the time, you didn't have the internet or whatever, so you couldn't go look at a leaderboard or anything like that. But amongst my circle of friends, I knew nobody who beat Super Mario Brothers 2. And then when you got that ending, when it was like, are you kidding me? It's like, oh, okay, so this was nothing.
It is a very weird game.
So I will never forget that experience. Yeah, I'll never forget that ending at the end when I'm just like, well, then heck, I just kind of put the controller back, went back to bed, and that was the end of that game. But I'll never forget it.
It's definitely not the worst Nintendo ending there is, but it is up there. It's such a weird game. Nintendo is like, no, don't worry. We're going to take some things from this, but not others. We're going to completely forget about that main boss. Don't even mention him. Don't even mention it. And we're going to take that Peach jump. We're going to take that. We're going to take the Shy Guys. You know what? Birdo, we haven't decided yet. But I think Birdo is like
a salad bar.
Yeah, exactly. It's super weird. Huh?
Well, that's the dirty little secret about Super Mario Brothers 2 is that it's not the true Super Mario Brothers 2. There was another game in Japan styled like the exact or like the same as the original Mario Brothers game that was released over there that we didn't get here until the Super Nintendo with the Lost Levels. That was the true Super Mario Brothers 2. The Super Mario Brothers 2 we got was actually a reskin, and I can't remember the name of the game.
Doki Doki Panic.
I want to say it was called Doki Doki Panic.
Something like that,
yeah. They literally just took and was like, let's take this to America, but instead of these other characters, let's slap Mario and Luigi and Princess Toad. And
nobody's gonna know.
It worked for what it was. It sold the crap out of it. But that's why that game is so different.
Yeah, it's very weird. And there's also
why they did.
Why they did that? Because they thought that
it's curious why they didn't release the Lost Levels.
It was too hard.
I thought it was going to be
too hard. Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
very well.
Too hard for us Americans.
All right.
And it would have been. That game is freaking really hard.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
It's a punishing game. Yeah, it's a very punishing game.
Yeah, I still haven't beaten that one, or Chrono Trigger. Salt on the wound, anyone? There was some news this week about Halo Infinite. The norms, I believe, probably have are probably the ones here who are excited about the new Halo game. How far are you guys through your Halo runs?
We're going through again on Heroic. Much to
Heroic?
Eddie could not care less about Halo.
Wow.
He is being forced against his will. Yeah, we're going through on Heroic now. And then we'll go through on Legendary.
Oh, really?
And then we'll do it all again.
I'm not great at FPSs, but if someone said pick a first-person shooter and play it, I'd pick Halo. I mean, it's the most fun to me. But, man, Heroic is hard. It's hard. And I'm not good.
Well, yeah. We're doing Combat Evolved right now. So I just did Halo 3 Heroic on my own. On my channel and finished it, but I don't know if I could do Combat Evolved as quickly on my own. It's harder, for sure. Yeah. But the Infinite, I don't know much about it. I think because I didn't really play Halo 5, I just kind of stopped paying attention to newer Halos after that, because no one liked 5. But Infinite, yeah, they've announced a lot of stuff, and it's gonna be a big deal.
You're gonna be playing that so much.
The cross-play and cross-progression is a big deal. The way that they have it set up so you can play it on your PC, but with any controller you want, even if it's not an Xbox controller. Basically, they set out saying you can use the PlayStation controller. You can use your mouse and keyboard on the Xbox if you wanted. Like they're like however you want it to be. It's gonna be however you want it to be.
I didn't know that.
The multiplayer, it's a free multiplayer.
Wow.
So you could get it on Steam, like the multiplayer aspect. Like
wait, what? You can get it on Steam? A lot of people are gonna
be playing this game.
You can get it on Steam?
Yeah, you can get it on Steam. You could get it on Steam. Steam. The free multiplayer will be on Steam.
Steam?
On Steam. Steam.
Steam?
Steam.
I'm sorry. Sorry, was it Steam? I didn't catch that.
Yes, I think Steam.
Sometimes you guys cut out. Yeah.
Steam. but it's gonna be big when it comes out. It'll be interesting to see sustainability wise, what that's gonna look like how many people will keep playing it once it comes out, which is the case with anything like that, really. And then just the whole cheating situation. They made some announcements about how they'll be handling that.
Oh, hackers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mad hackers.
It's always hackers.
Always hackers.
It's always hackers.
Got to be somebody to ruin somebody else's good time.
Always. But they're handling it. I can't think of what the software they usually use to kind of like find cheaters is called. But there's been some controversy around that software. I can't think of what it's referred to.
Madhacks.exe.
Because it no. It goes basically it's with anything, right? You agree to this terms of agreement and it has access to your all your files, your computer, and it's invasive. And so a lot of people have had problems with that. I don't know if that's stopping people from playing games like Call of Duty and things like that, but it's still annoying. But they've come out and said, we're not going to use software for this. We're going to find cheaters based on behavior, which sounds great in theory, but what is that? I don't know what that means. What does that look like? Who's watching the behavior?
Yeah.
And the multiplayer is free?
Yeah.
So what stops me from making an alternate account if I'm a troll?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know what it's going to look like.
For that matter,
but...
right?
Right.
Exactly. And so I know a lot of people, like with other games, they've like stuck to the console. Like with Destiny, it was a big issue, and a lot of people just stopped playing on PC altogether because it's so prevalent. So we'll see.
Why can't we have nice things?
Hackers.
Hacksaws.
Yep.
Yeah, but I appreciate them delaying. You know, I appreciate that they actually did delay Halo Infinite. I would have been so annoyed if they didn't. Because that's the trend. Just put out half a game. Freaking Tony Hawk 6 or something. One of the old Tony Hawk games was a disc that didn't have the game on it, and the day one patch was the entire game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yikes!
So
that was some massive DLC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for real.
It's like a sixth of the game in progress, and then it drives me nuts. So obviously the news that everyone has been waiting for, the Noid gets back into video games with the Crash Bandicoot crossover. You remember the Noid?
Domino's Pizza?
Yeah, Domino's.
Domino's.
Yes, the Domino's Pizza like mascot. and when I saw this ad, I was like, are they actually? I would say kudos, because he did have his own game for like the Super Nintendo, Yo Noid. So if he actually put him into like Crash Crash 4, It's About Time, been like, okay, but obviously it's the phone game. But yes, this is the most corporate thing I've ever seen. They put him into
that just seems
terrible.
They put him into the
weird though, because like Domino's doesn't even use the Noid as their mascot anymore. So
they haven't used
They
him
just
forever.
brought him back.
They just brought him back.
Brought him back in recent commercials. Yep.
okay.
Come on.
All CGI'd and looking
Crab.
creepy.
Oh boy.
You remember the 80s? Remember Yo Noid?
It's
You'll buy our
exactly
product
that.
now, won't you? We're hitting you right in that nostalgic bone.
Remember when all your toys were just product placement for?
That's actually true.
Just so you could sell toys. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh my god. And the last bit of news I have, last bit of news I have is there's not, sometimes there's very slow news weeks. The last bit of news I have is that Google Stadia added a search button to their site, apparently for the Stadia store. And I've actually used Stadia because I'm one of the few people, I guess, who pays for YouTube. They sent me an entire Stadia kit, like with a Chromecast and the controller. The controller's pretty nice.
Wow.
But yeah, I did notice that like there wasn't a real search. You had to like go down through the different games. So this week, the search engine optimization company, the search engine company came out with a search engine for its gaming platform. Oh man.
About time.
Yeah. No,
Yikes.
that's Crash 4. 1 second. I'll grab the controller. It's right here.
How do you not have that?
Seriously. And I mean, have any of you guys actually tried Stadia?
No.
Nobody.
How is it?
I mean, it's fine. It's not the type of thing where, like, I played Celeste on it, and if you calculate the delay, it makes sense. But, like, it's got delay, so it's great for things that are turn based. It's fluid, but you can feel that delay. That's really what it
That's
is.
such a problem.
Did you say you use that to play Celeste?
Yeah, I tried it to
Played
play Celeste.
on Stadia.
Oh,
There was a delay
no.
in the inputs.
Yeah,
Yikes.
it's
such a problem.
it's a small delay, but it does make things feel off because you have the delay there.
Again, like Celeste.
Yes.
It's perfect.
It needs to be perfect. It needs to be perfect. So it was okay to play like Steam World Heist on. I also tried a bunch of games on it. I think Bomberman's free. I'm actually gonna try it later tonight. The cool thing about it is I could just turn on my TV, use the Chromecast, and like it'll just identify things. I don't need to have a real setup. Or just pop on my computer, go into Chrome anywhere, and it'll understand if my controller's on the same network. But then there's actually playing the games, which is a pain. Like, so it's like, come on, man.
that delay was killing me,
The
dude.
setup is great.
Yeah, the
playing
se-
the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Very until you actually start playing. the game.
Yeah, the implications of it would just be so hard.
Yeah,
And
it's just
Stadia's been out for over a year now, right?
yeah, it hasn't been dead yet for a while, which is weird. The controller's pretty nice. I don't know. Yeah, it's
Google's
not
got
gonna
a lot of
survive.
money.
They've got a lot of cash to burn, I guess.
Bless it. Try.
Bless it. We've got a question from the audience. Do any of you have a pre-stream ritual or anything you do to prep streaming? We'll do the question, go around, and then we'll say some closing thoughts. Let you guys plug whatever you want.
Thanks, Cop.
Cop. So, do you have any pre-stream ritual or anything you do pre-streaming? If so, what is it? I guess let's start with Legion.
Of course, you would start with me.
You can pass.
Honestly, I'll do it. Honestly, it's not a very entertaining answer. Period. Usually, I spend probably a good 15 to 25 minutes before I plan on streaming, getting everything together, and then I'll just sit there and stare at my starting screen while I'm music for about 4 to 7 minutes. As a Slate of Game would say, reveals. So everyone thinks that I'm actually finishing up doing what I need to do, even though it was done before I actually clicked live. I do like I use ocremix.org for my stream music because it's won't get DCMH striked. I just honestly like listening to a couple songs, just getting ready to play. So I guess there's my technical pre-stream ritual.
No, that's
just
that
getting
is
myself in the right mindset to play.
definitely is something. And Coptimus, I'll answer as well. But let's go around. I guess Iznib, do you have a pre-stream ritual?
I mean, just make sure everything's set up correctly. Water. Make sure you usually I'll make a cup of tea before we get started.
I want tea. Dang it.
Yeah, chuck out a tweet. I'll make you one next time. It might be cold by the time we get there, Pocket.
It's fine. I'll be patient.
A specific, I guess, probably like a lot of us, when I very first started streaming, nerve-wracking. When your first couple of streams, you're like, oh, strangers on the internet are going to watch me. I don't think it really matters now. I think the more the less you think about, you just. But yeah, not really. To answer Cop's question there.
Ingo, how about you? We'll wrap around.
I guess I'm pretty much the same way, Everybody wants to make sure they have their all, preventive maintenance checks and services before they go ahead and start their stream, and hope everything doesn't just collapse right then and there. I take a few minutes and just kind of like breathe. I don't know if it's meditation or what, but you'll even catch this at the beginning of some of my, and I'll admit this right when at the beginning of my streams, like, man, I came this close as not hitting that button because I feel like I've been doing this for over a year now. And it's still really hard for me just to hit that button to start my stream.
It's so interesting
not like,
to
I'm just
me.
going to go over here and watch TV instead. I get nervous every time. And even this Saturday, I admit it was just like that day was even especially hard. It didn't want to, It was like, it was especially even harder. But as soon as I do and I start getting into it, then that's all goes away. But that first 10 minutes of just like self-doubt.
We're definitely proud of you for
do this. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, definitely proud of you for like pushing yourself. I mean, it's hard. I had the paralyzing fear and anxiety the first couple times, and every time also I try something new, I'll have it. Like last week, I interviewed don't ask, but I interviewed a venture capital investor, and it was completely new, and it was like also during the time when I stream other things, and I just like got the heebie-jeebies because I'm like, well, what if I mess everything up? It's what if I say something like, I didn't particularly enjoy Chrono Trigger in the session I played it. Like, what would happen? And like what anywho. So I totally feel you on that. We're here to like support where we can. That's awesome. Steph, I guess, and Norm.
So for the Normcore channel, it's put the Normling to bed because the Normling is a toddler, and it's nighttime routine, bedtime routine, read his books, read his stories, pat him for a little bit, hang out with him, and then put him in his crib. And then it's get our beverages, get all our things. I have this big old poster of Iznib's face, and I kind of like tap it a few times, and I say, play like a champion today, and then I walk in. That last part isn't entirely true, but no, it's pretty routine. It's put the Normling to bed and then get ready to go, and make sure Steph is good to go, and that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have anything for both my own channel and nighttime. For our channel, I get coffee both times. Nighttime, I get hot Cheetos.
Controversial.
And it's funny, same as you, Cage. When I do my whole like stream starting soon, I'm sitting there just staring at the screen. Like I'm not doing anything. It's easier sometimes, I think, to kind of just like give it some time before jumping in, and like when people are in chat already, it's easier to have something to kind of enter with.
It's funny.
And then plus, like our friend Joel made us a really good song, so I sit there and listen and get all amped up, as amped up as I get. I'm not a high energy person, but yeah, just have my coffee and hope technology works and try to have a good stream.
It's funny because like I'm like Legion. I forget who said it. I have a specific thing I do every single time. Like I have to do, or it doesn't work. Anywho, Whitney, how about you?
Not really. The biggest thing for me is before I can sit down and stream and actually concentrate, I have to go around and clean up my place. Make sure that, my dishes are done from the night before, just stuff like that, because I can't sit down and know that there's things to pick up and, concentrate, I guess. So that's my biggest thing. As far as like testing goes, I don't do that, which is probably why I'm broken all the time. So I might want to start, but yeah, just for me, it's making sure that I have a clean environment so I can sit down and really enjoy my time.
Oh, apparently we have an important question soon. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, if I were to answer, I very religiously, because this computer will very much it's gonna go to the bathroom once we stop streaming. It's just gonna blue screen immediately. So every time I stream, I stream from a laptop, and I will go over 10 minutes before. I will reboot the laptop, make sure everything is up, test a couple things, just to make sure that everything is working. and then pray it doesn't blue screen until I hit that live button, because I've never seen it. I've never seen it blue screen while it's been live. And then I'm always like in the last 10 minutes before we go live, like the last 10 minutes in the starting soon, I'm either changing up elements and stream elements, like making a new banner, or making a new what's it called, overlay, or making the new starting soon screen. I'm always doing stream stuff in the first 10 minutes and making commands frantically. So, anywho, what is the question that Smartsy? I guess it's hard for me to see because this computer is very close to blue screening. But if someone sees a question, let us know it. In the meantime, we can start wrapping up by asking you guys, if you have any final thoughts, and then we'll go around and just let you guys plug yourselves again.
I think Smartsy made it a poll as opposed to just like a general question.
What type of apple? Okay. Yeah, that'll work out very well. It's
my god.
Yeah, this happened on Steph's stream. There was an argument the other day as to what the best type of apple was.
Okay. I
said Gala.
Okay. I like the apple-like substances you throw at Pokemon and Pokemon Snap. They're not apples. They're apple-like, if you remember Normcore. Remember that?
They are apple-like.
Yeah.
The name is very specific. I don't remember what.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm a Granny Smith person,
right
and I stand by it. Yes, thank you, Whitney.
You're welcome.
Granny Smith.
All apples are great, but surely the greatest apple is a pink lady.
No.
Pink ladies are really similar to Gala. Like they're very similar, those two flavors.
I don't know. Maybe we just get awful apples over here. They're significantly superior.
Probably.
That probably says more about the UK than it does about apples.
I think the only person who hasn't given their input, aside from me, and I have no idea what the best apple is, this is why I need to look to you guys, is Ingle. Ingle, what is the best apple?
I'm going to say a Honeycrisp apple.
Also similar to Gala. Like Gala, Pink Lady, and Honeycrisp are all very.
You don't get to say they're all the same.
They're all in the same type of They're all in the same type of tier. Like as far
You'd be
as
like, oh, they're all the same. See, everyone agrees with me.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that those are more similar than a Granny Smith is or a Golden Delicious is.
Mm-hmm.
They're very similar.
Alas, and now the great apple debate is over. There's a cat? Oh my God! There's a cat. Oh my!
Yes, he must make an appearance anytime I'm on a stream, and like I warned you beforehand. At least he's not showing you his other end. So
true.
It's amazing. So I guess any conclusive thoughts, and then if not, we'll have Legion start us off with anything he wants to plug, including his stream. Any thoughts? Anyone thinking about anything? No one's gonna shun me for my controversial.
I've already sent you
Chrono
like
Trigger.
I sent you like 6 DMs pocket. We'll work it out.
We'll work this out.
I don't yuck anybody else's gem, so.
Yeah. Thanks for having us, podcast.
Yeah,
of
this
course.
was fun, and it was awesome because like we all know each other just from the communities we roll in.
It was
pocket.
a fun one for sure.
Yeah.
Always. So Legion, I guess. What would you like to tell people about tonight? Is it Rice Krispies? Because I do like those.
I mean, I like Rice Krispie treats. Does that count? Oh, okay. You're not going to get on the desk. This is my cat. This rascal. I want to plug the stream. So. No, I mean, as far as plugging, I mean, if I'm going to plug myself, yeah.
It's typically what people do, but I've always left it open.
Tomorrow, Monday is usually my streaming day, and I will be streaming tomorrow. I will be streaming a little bit earlier than I normally do. Normally, I stream around 6:30 to about 9:30 on Mondays Eastern Standard Time, and then lead right into the Ingle Doom on the CR Game Room, but I'm going to be streaming my Vagrant story a little bit earlier tomorrow because I got some other stuff going on that I'd much rather attend to. I like streaming a lot, but there's something I just want to go do instead. So, yeah, I'll be playing Vagrant Story. That's the main game I am playing right now. Beyond that, I stream very randomly, a lot of times in the mornings. My schedule may be changing permanently here soon if some place will get off their butt and actually make me the offer they're supposed to. But anyways, so yeah, Mondays Vagrant Story, usually 6:30 to 9:30, until
Be
I finish it
there.
and move on to the next game.
I want
And
to
thank you again for having me.
Of
I appreciate
course,
it.
you guys are all delightful. I want to give the proper UHF be there, like the anywho. Iznib.
Well, firstly, Pocket, right back at you. You are an extremely delightful young man.
I love having you guys
All
on.
blessed to know you. I feel.
Same.
Oh, any time, dude. If we can ever, well, I can't speak for anyone else, but also I feel like I can. If we can ever do anything for you or your community, just get
Same.
At us.
Same.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Definitely.
But yeah, again, thanks for having us, Pocket. You're an absolute legend. Yes, come and hang out. I'm playing Final Fantasy. I'm going to play some retro. I'm playing Borderlands, and there's many, many, many other things in the works, which you shall hear about later on.
Yes. I guess let's wrap around with Ingle. So Ingle.
I'm going to add on to that, Pocket. I really do appreciate you having me on here again. It's been a really pleasure. You're awesome.
You're a freaking delight.
Conversationalist. I love doing these.
Yes.
I have so much fun.
Yes, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
But yeah, you can. No, very. I mean, and to get to hang out with this cast of characters right here has just been an amazing experience. So, again, thank you so much for tonight. And,
it's my pleasure.
thank you so much for these wonderful people that are here with us too. So I do appreciate them very much. But you can catch me on my channel, of course. I do a bunch of things, much like Steph. I play many games. I finish very little. I've been getting into some randomizers lately, which has been a lot of fun. I usually try to play KOTOR on Thursday, depending on how I feel. But you can definitely also catch me at the CR Game Room on Monday nights for my playthrough of Pokemon Fire Red, which right now is definitely not safe for work, but a whole ton of fun.
It's something.
It's so exciting.
It's awesome.
That's so exciting because yeah, your first time playing through Fire Red or any Pokemon game, frankly.
First any Pokemon, yeah, actually getting through it. So I'm really excited. I've got 3 badges.
Oh
so
yeah, you're working your way through.
On the way.
Steph and/or Normcore.
Hi. You can find me over at my channel, StephBabies, where I play the games. I finish some, and I usually stream Wednesday, Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, and then sometimes Friday, or for sure Friday right now. I'm playing through Gears of War with Side of Game. That's at 10 a.m. Pacific every Friday. Until we finish that, and it's a good time, a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm going to resume Super Metroid tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. And then other than that, I'm playing through Pokemon Sword right now. And just whatever else, here and there. Maybe I'll finish a game. It'll be fun.
You're also on Iznib's channel on Saturdays.
Yes, I am. So more reason to follow Iznib. We play Borderlands. We'll be playing Borderlands until we die. And it's going to be a great time every time.
Borderlands.
Yeah. And Stephanie also makes an appearance on the Normcore channel.
Mm-hmm.
It's both of us that plays on Normcore. We play 9 p.m. Pacific time, Sunday through Friday. Really, we're playing most nights is Kingdom Hearts still until we beat that series, and then Sunday nights. So tonight, we're playing through Final Fantasy VII for the first time. I say we, but it's actually Steph, because Steph has never played through it. I've played through it many times, but it's super fun to watch Stephanie experience that game for the first time, spoiler free. Somehow for a game that's super old. So but we have a blast doing it, and we just love the community. We interact with the chat a lot because we have more fun with the chat than the game sometimes.
Yes.
But just the community here, all these people we love dearly. We made some lifelong friends in a span of barely even a year, and it's been a blessing. So appreciate you guys and appreciate you, Pocket. Thank you for doing this.
Thanks for having us.
It's you guys, so much love in this community. If you guys were thinking about streaming, this is a good reason to. You get to meet people like these. Watch Whitney. take us away.
Yes. Again, I am your fellow everyday scary gamer. And right now I'm actually playing Nier, which is not a scary game, but I'm again dipping my toes into sharing you guys my love of fantasy. But again, Resident Evil will be out this week, and I cannot wait for it. I actually have this weekend off, so I think I'm going to try to do my very first insanely long stream on Friday with some of The Village. And then again, I cannot wait for Days Gone. And one of my favorite things to do is go find random games no one's heard of and check them out and see what we get into. But yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's really great to meet you. And I love every single person here as well. Such a great community, and I'm super grateful to have you all. So
Thank you so much for being here. This has been super, like, I don't know. I feel incredibly lucky to have each and every one of you guys. We're all throwing up them hearts. You guys, I couldn't ask for better people in my life than you guys. And I am so sorry to see you guys leave when I talk about Chrono Trigger. So, right now, I'm going to say, thank you everyone who's watching at home. Thank you everyone who is here with us. Even if you're lurking, we appreciate you. And we are going to end the proper podcast now and search for someone. Does anyone have someone we want to raid? Good night, people who are listening at home. I always look at the audio afterwards, and I'm like, how do I properly end this without telling people to go away?
Ingledoom, Mad, Mad Tinker is not at 50 followers yet, right?
He is at 50 followers.
That's a good reason.
Could be a good
He has a little, but he is just starting off, and he's still getting close to affiliate, and
that'd be a good reason to do it. Let's do this.
He's awesome.
I was going to say,
yeah, Matt Tinker is a very good friend. Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine, and he's just getting into streaming, and he's a really positive force as well. If you like me, you'll love him. Let's just say that much.
And thank you for the sub and the bits, guys. Also, you guys never steer me wrong. You guys told me about Homeboy a little bit ago. Homeboy is really cool.
Sorry, I can't type in here. I'm so sorry.
Dude, you're fine. I do that stuff all the time.
Oh man, we're sending 22 people over. Guys,
that's the one pocket. It's Mad Tinker 13.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you got
I got this.
Change the name.
All right, guys. Let's not go to
It's Mad Tinker, Mad_Tinker 13.
Mr. Wrong, Homeboy. If someone wants to type that out, I will show you. We'll shout him out. Someone you should check out, definitely. I hang out on Homeboy's stream, and it's, Normcore. I don't know. This community has brought such amazing people to other streams, and I don't know. Every time I find a new really cool streamer from you guys, I'm never Homeboy. Yes, exactly. Homeboy is his name. I've never been disappointed from someone that Normcore's told me to take a look at. So thank you, everyone. We're gonna do next week's Mother's Day, so everyone who, I guess it's bring your own mother on next week's podcast, and I guess good night, people. So
Bye.
Night.
Click that raid, making sure it goes through, and then I'm gonna click stop streaming.
Yeah.
Okay, it has gone through. I think.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks, Pocket.
Thank you. I hope you all had fun.
Bye.